What do you think is the main flaw behind that argument that conservatives and libertarians make with regards to the black community in the pre-welfare state era?
So what you just said there about there being a sliver of truth, there's two things that offer that part that's kind of true. They take that 10 or 20% that's true and try to say that that's the whole story. So the sliver of truth there is that yes, the out of wedlock birth rate and the murder rate, crime rate, whatever you want to call it, were significantly lower in the 50s and before compared to today. That's all they look at. They just look at, was it lower in the 50s compared to 2025? They zoom in on black violence, black out of wedlock birth rates, and they say it was lower in 1950 and it's higher now. Big Daddy government stepped in. But if you zoom out and look at the 1950s as a whole compared to all racial groups, black out of wedlock birth rate was at, I want to say 25 to 28%, even as late as 1962, 1963. The average rate among non-blacks was 8%. So even back then, you had an overrepresentation. You had
Mhm.
a serious problem that was just not manifesting quite yet. But if you lived back then, you would say, oh, they have a serious problem with the out of wedlock birth rate. The only difference is just magnitude. It's gotten worse for everybody, but it was always worse. The way I put it is it's always been bad. It was just kind of not as bad then. That like
Yeah.
it was always bad. It's always been horrible. Even back into the 20s, 30s, like you're saying with Malcolm X. So that's one part. I would say that even going back to the 50s, 60s, it was still 4 or 5 times the national average rate. The other part, and this specifically